All right. Let's try it one more time. All right. And so now we're live. Like I said, we're going back through. We're going back through editing everything. Right now, uh, I'm currently just updating the title, but I want to see if the Mac Mini can stream pulling from multiple sources, pulling from an iPad and screen capturing in QuickTime, streaming through OBS to the internet, emulating and monitoring and putting out video to my monitor on my Wacom 24-inch, and seeing if it can keep up with the internet speeds and blah 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 blah. Anyway, we're just testing it all out here. So hope your day is going well. Mac M1, Mac M1, Mac Mini. I know what I have. One Mac Mini. Uh, Streaming test. Streaming stress test. How about that? That sounds better. People like that stuff. Stress test and Procreate. And what, the Mandalorian? Yeah, Mandalorian. Yes, that's Baby Yoda if you're asking. Uh, cool. Okay. Yep. All right. All right. And just testing stuff. That's going to be the message. Just testing. Just testing and drawing. All right. Cool. Boom. Bing, bada, boom, bada, bam. All right. So, boom. And all right. So it looks a little blurry from what I see on my screen. But trust me, on my iPad, Baby Yoda looks super, super, super. No, he doesn't look super cute, but he looks. Yeah, so you can hear me over there, huh? All right, so let me turn it down. So Baby Yoda, Mando. I'm drawing this whole little compilation thing. It's just for myself, kind of. I might put it out there, but for right now, this is just how it looks like. Um, I'm really digging Disney Plus's Mandalorian season 2. The last episode was just beautiful. I'm pretty sure you've seen all the little compilation videos about it. Anyway, it was awesome. It was really great to see Rosario Dawson take on form as Ahsoka Tano. So that was just awesome. So I figured, might as well get back into my old days of the older days of this channel where I used to actually draw and draw a movie poster and that kind of famous Drew Struzan style. And yeah, that's where we are right now. So what you're seeing right now, you see Baby Yoda, obviously. Mando. I'm gonna draw like the silhouetted form of Ahsoka when she was after she just got done kind of massacring everybody in that first couple minutes. If you haven't seen the episode, that was the biggest spoiler, but whatever. You know she's out there. Anyway, that scene where she's kind of sitting there with her lightsabers drawn, I want to draw that. I'm also right to the top on your screen, yeah. So your screen, so the top left, I'm going to draw Bo-Katan and the Night Owls. Then obviously I have the Razor Crest off in the distance being chased by some X-Wings. And I'm going to have Moff Gideon at the top. And in the middle there, between like right underneath where Moff Gideon's torso would be, I'm actually going to draw that weird dragon thing that they kept referencing, I think in episode 1 or 2. But yeah, so that's the whole composition, that's the whole idea, that's the whole thought process. So if you're seeing it, that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and dip up out here, and then let's get back to work. Oh, please check video resolution. Hey, there we go. Open widget. Good connection. All right, so I'm testing things. So actually, YouTube just said to check the video resolution, which is one thing I was noticing. It was not as crisp as I want it to be. Let me double check OBS. OBS seems to be running just fine. CPU usage is at 13%, running at 59 frames per second. So drop frames or none. So if there's any problems going through the internet into OBS. So there we go. And then right now, ever since I clicked that little widget thing, it says that the connection is good. All right, so let's just get drawing and see if we can keep up with it. By the way, I drew all this already. Right now, I'm just kind of redrawing everything. I should probably show you guys. There's always people that are like, "Did you really draw this?" Yeah, of course I did. All right, so let me just go here, go to video, go to time lapse. Oh, this time replay. So I drew originally. I drew different versions or different thumbnail versions of this poster. Originally, I wanted like the Razor Crest to kind of come flying through. I had to update my pencil because for some odd reason to me this wasn't working right. Even though I just released a pencil brush set, but I wanted to just kind of make it a little bit more streamlined and not so smooth and able to be smeared like a normal pencil. But I wanted to actually add details with that pencil. So you just see me messing around with the pencil, figuring out the composition, putting the Razor Crest up there, Mando at the bottom on his knee, the face for the child, but I didn't draw it. This guy I'm drawing right now is Moffy Gideon. Does not look anything like him. He looks super young. The three people at the top are the Night Owls flying in. That Ahsoka Tano kind of image silhouette. I just really liked it. I thought it was dope when they did that presentation of her. Yeah, I erased the little guy and put the team there. You know, his little crew. Yeah, this is okay. So then I shrunk that one down, and I kind of came up with this one. And this one was kind of more inspired from the original Phantom Menace movie poster from Drew Struzan, where he drew like Anakin as a kid in the middle, and he kind of drew everything else around it, building up. And I kind of wanted to get this kind of reverse triangle, because usually things go in triangles, or reverse triangle, and a parallel. But I wanted to get this reverse triangle kind of method going. So that's where this whole idea came from. Had that put in the action pose, you know, Mando shooting something. When I added it in there, when I was drawing originally, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. But the more I looked at it, I was like, this is cluttered and gross. I don't like it. And when I shrunk it down and added all the lights, I was like, yeah, this is dumb. So yeah, that was the whole process for this. And then I was like, let me redo Mando because I don't really like what he looked like. And I was like, no, this doesn't look right either. I was going for like that, you know, Han Solo gun pose, and I was like, nah, this is stupid. But I was like, let me just draw Mando as Mando. You don't have to put him in a special pose. He is who he is. He's the Mandalorian. So this is why this new one is worked for me, where it's just him standing looking off in the distance with his shiny new Beskar armor on. And I was like, oh yeah, this fits. So then when I do start adding in details and adding in that shine and that metal, it's gonna really just pop off the page. And with everything in the elements, it's gonna flow really nicely. You know, you got that dark red, black going on up top, some blues right behind Mando, and some light where Bo-Katan and the Night Owls are gonna be. Mando's shiny silver armor, Baby Yoda's green kind of face and brown tans over there, and then that one blended really nicely into that green kind of murkiness where Ahsoka Tano was gonna be. So that was the whole idea and reason behind everything of this. Please check resolution. Current resolution is not optimal. Oh. Alright, so it keeps saying, I just looked up, guys, I'm sorry. It keeps saying that the... Hey, hello from Ukraine. Hi, Ukraine. I've been to Ukraine. I liked it. Let me just see. Let me see if we can change some of the settings. I don't know how to change the output on a live stream, but we'll figure it out. CPU usage is still at 13%, 13.6, and frames are still at 60. On my screen, it looks very beautiful. On the stream, it does not. So, I don't know. We'll see what's going on there. Let's see if I can go into settings without messing up everything. Stream. Okay, output. Video. I can't change any of the video aspect right now. Video output is currently active. Yep, so I can't change it. So we're just gonna rock with that. So right now, if it's blurry, that's my fault. I don't know. It can't. Right now, for some reason, maybe the internet's just not strong enough to keep up with everything. So we'll keep that going. And now you guys know that's all real. Let's get back into the realness. So I had to I sketched out everything there, and then I went ahead and jumped into a bigger, higher resolution piece of drawing or piece of digital paper, and now that's why we got this new Baby Yoda doing his thing. So let's just draw and see how it is. Now, there's a trick to kind of drawing in this old school style, and it's different when you actually are doing it on paper because some things just work better, right? And the things that work better are there's like weird inconsistencies in the paper or the canvas that just make things kind of pop. And you can do this in digital, but you literally have to do it in digital. You can't just be like, oh, the paper made it look nice. It's not how that works. So I actually think I'm gonna reduce this mouth size. I think it's too big. Okay, we're just gonna close it for 3 seconds. My computer's like popping up all these warnings. It's like, no, it's too much. We can't do this. Why are you doing this? we can't handle this inconsistent stream. And YouTube's like, please don't do this. We're trying to look good off your stuff, even though we're not paying you. Why? We're trying to make you look good over here. Alright. Boom. Perfect. Yeah, sure. It's love. Hey, thanks, Pudding. It's good to see you, bro. I'm just testing out some stuff. I got the new M1, so I'm just putting it through the runner for the people, because people want to know if it can actually stream or not. So might as well get back to the old basics of actually streaming. If you guys are wondering, yes, this isn't that extrusion style. To be honest, the best way to draw in this style is actually not to like overthink it. He does a lot of what I call it volumetric, where he kind of does this outline of the characters, and then does all these really intricate details on the inside, and that's the part that makes everything like look like those posters you see. Like he has these cool outlines for things, and then he makes every picture kind of blend in with the next picture, and that's where he's the champion of doing this stuff. Like I'm good, but True Shruzen's just on another level of greatness. But obviously he's retired. Hello, Wilson. How you doing? I know people have music and stuff. I have not streamed in forever, so I do not know all those little tips and tricks how to do all that stuff. I just do what I know. Maybe I'll upgrade the next week or two. I'll watch some YouTube videos, right? How to stream properly in 2020 during a lockdown when you can't walk outside. Bada boom. I've been saying this a lot lately. I don't know why. That is correct. Yeah, you're right. Baby, yeah. I think what you're right. What makes him really unique is his mouth, and that his. I think because we have Yoda so ingrained in our brain with his really hard. Also, like his head is like super wrinkly, and then you see it on him, and it's super wrinkly, but it's like wrinkly and smooth. I think that's what makes Baby Yoda so cute because he looks like a baby old man. And in any normal other case, probably look really gross and disgusting. But for for the Baby Yoda character, as soon as you seen him in that little egg, you're like, yeah, I want that. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Also, I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, what makes him so cute? I think because we've only seen Yoda like old for like years. So like the first time we see something where he actually looks, or we can see like a baby version of them, and we're like, yes. And then on top of that, they make everything so damn adorable that he does. Of him being named Grogu. I actually like the name Grogu. I I'm not gonna lie. I was joking to myself. I was like, it must have been the biggest debate for them to come up with that name, because you know they had obviously Yoda with Y, and then had Yandel, which is the person that they don't talk about, but apparently she existed. And I wonder if how much of a debate it must have been. Like, should all his race have a Y name? And then like it probably was a 3 day in Disney, probably a month-long conversation. And everybody was like, yeah, let's just break away from that. He's gonna be something new. And then obviously it's a baby, so Grogu sounds cute, and you're like, let's do it. They probably saw like the real image of him, and they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna make him as cute as possible. We're gonna sell so many toys. Grown people are gonna even want these toys. Even I was like, you know, if they sell like a cheap version that looks really really good of this Grogu thing, I'm buying this. I'm gonna say it's for my daughter, but it's not. It's for me. But the hardest thing of this style is like balancing the white balance, and getting like those that rim light. That's what makes everything like that classic look. Is what that Drew did, was this classic use of this of these rim lights. Like when there is some type of light coming from behind the character, actually drawing it on there and leaving it in plain like plain white, not white with like the color or a lightened version of the color, but actually just using the white color and then just committing 100% to it. And that's what really makes his pictures just so incredibly cool. Also, you gotta like the fact that this is the baby with like little old man hair. It, it might just be the creature. I know it's the race, but that little hair, man, that just sells it every time you see it. Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure that was a debate what they're thinking of that name, man. I know for a fact they're like, yo, we should really name him, I don't know, Yaddle or Yayin or something with the Y, and they're like, nah. And then, like I said, they see the creature pop out, and they're like, nah, he's Grogu. He's gonna make us billions. And sure enough, I'm pretty sure they've probably just have capitalized on him so hard, and that's what it is, man. The trick is getting this upper lip. No, no, too much. By the way, people, if you are a Procreate person, I do sell these. I actually just made all these brushes on sale for people. I was drawing and I was like, you know, I don't know. Every time everybody uses my brushes, like on my actual iPad, they want to buy Procreate. So I was like, I should probably just sell my brushes, make Procreate more money, but also, because you can just do such a range with the brushes that I created. So if you are trying to get into Procreate, they are out there. The Nerdy Art Lab brushes. I think I put them up on Gumroad. You can find them up there. I reduced the price though. I was selling them for 10. I'm probably telling you guys too much secret information here. So on ArtStation they are $10, but if you go to Gumroad, I was thinking that like normal, really broke people, you know, people like myself, especially if you're like a younger artist, go to Gumroad. And I was like, I would want access to these brushes, but I don't got lots of money to spend. So let me just go ahead and make these brushes cheap. So if you go to Gumroad, my brush set is up there for like $5 versus $10 ArtStation, and it's funny because like I just sold a brush up there on ArtStation. Low key, I kind of felt bad, but I was like, also these are professional artists, so you know. And I know professional people use Gumroad to pick up things, like I do, but you know, you gotta be sneaky. I think, yeah, that works. We gotta smooth out some things. His ear lightens up in here, so this is the part where we gotta use this fading ability on this brush. Mastering the light technique. Like it's kung fu. This is the light foot technique. Lightly pressing down on this brush and able to enable me to really capture this guy's look. Also his stupid little ears. They've designed him just so cute. You can't help but want this damn little thing. Even like a hardened assassin's like, yeah, I need to protect this at all costs. This is the way. Yeah. On my screen, by the way, this looks really freaking awesome. You guys can't even tell. Giving back to the people. Yes, I gotta give back to the people, man. Yes, I'm using. Actually, no. All right, so that it's a two-part thing. Um, what you're seeing on the stream right now is my iPad Pro streaming from Procreate, and then I'm streaming through my Mac Mini online right now. But my monitor is a Wacom 24-inch. Now it's funny enough, I do have a video on the channel that is like, I got Procreate on my Mac Mini M1, which I did. It was a pain in the butt, but I got it to work. But that's the thing though. So if you guys don't know this, everything that is kind of out right now on the Mac Mini is all being emulated, unless it's like a stock comes from Apple software like Final Cut or something like that. So even the Wacom drivers are being emulated, and then to emulate, I'm emulating Procreate, which is actually from the iPad. So when I draw on Procreate, it's emulating Procreate from the iPad to emulate to be able to be drawn on the Wacom 24-inch, which the Mini is emulating the drivers for me to be able to draw on it. So if I just draw in Photoshop, for some odd reason, things kind of work. Sometimes it drops in pressure, but drawing in Procreate that's not supposed to be on the Mac Mini, and then drawing on my Wacom in Procreate, it is like, it's like fighting everything. Like the pencil works really fine. I got the little, not new, but I got a slim one just because it matches the the Apple Pencil so well. But like drawing on it, sometimes like if you don't hit a certain angle, at least on with the Wacom pen right now as it's being emulated, it will take the brushes that I created in Procreate and it will act like if I'm shading with it. You know, when you get that kind of big shade, something like this, what you guys can see on your screen. Hold on, I'll show you. So it does something like this, and I'm like, why is it doing this if I'm drawing straight up and down, you know? And it drives me crazy. I mean, but it is kind of cool because you can undo. Like, obviously, mine's not a touch, so you can undo what you can like program the buttons to do whatever you want. So that works. So I think for the most part, the only reason I'm really drawing on my iPad is one, because I really want to put this thing through the ringer for the Mac Mini, seeing if it can pull video from an outside source, put it through itself, stream it through another software, streaming onto a platform, and right now it's doing that. But you're right, Blind, you're right. He does look like Gizmo, but I think Disney bought Fox. Does Fox own the Gremlins? Do they own Gremlins series? I don't know. If they do, no wonder why they can get away with this. To be fair, I think Yoda came out before Gremlins, but it doesn't matter. If Fox is owned by Disney, Disney can do whatever they want to do. They're like the Godfathers or the mafia of entertainment. They just do whatever they want, and if you don't, they just buy you out. Or they try to do to you like what they did to Netflix, where like, oh yeah, we'll partner with you, and then try to sync them while they're actually making their own version of Netflix. But luckily, Netflix pulled out of that deal. So yeah. All right, back to the draw. Uh, create a new layer and go ahead and start laying down some of the details for Mando. Because I kind of drew him, and I'm not gonna lie, it didn't look really nice to me. So I'm just gonna work on it and get these pencils right. Boom. Now the helmet for Mando is interesting because is the iPad Pro still your main workhorse? Yes, the iPad Pro is my main workhorse. Like, I did want to make a video about that because I think like so many people get caught up in, yeah, yes, I have a Wacom 24-inch and blah blah blah, and the iPad I have now is like a 2018 version. But the one that bought me the Wacom and bought me the iPad Pro was my old iPad Pro from 2015. And to be honest, like if things are hitting the fan like that, that's my go-to. I love that thing. Um, I just think Procreate and the Apple Pencil are just so damn strong. Like the Apple Pencil is just so, it feels right. And then on top of that, Procreate can just do everything that Photoshop can. Sorry, I'm like finding code. Um, but Procreate is obviously way cheaper than Photoshop. You do lose some of the memory, which is why people wanted to put the Procreate on the Mac Mini, because then you have this new version of memory. So you want to get that compression that would happen in some of the files for Procreate. But at the same time, like Procreate's just so great, man. Like it's really simplified. It's straight to the point. You can make your own brushes. You can import Photoshop brushes, export all the different files you need. It records a video for you if you want it to. It has all the different layering. It has pretty much everything Photoshop has, but for $9.99, you can't beat that. And the pictures that you're able to create in Procreate are just, to me, are just superior to Photoshop. And and there's always that argument, Photoshop is made for photos, that's why it's called Photoshop. But let's be honest, everybody uses Photoshop for everything, so it's what it is. But this iPad Pro is my main workhorse. Like, I just got to work on an anime. I'm not sure if you heard of the anime studio Dark Stagio in Japan. I got to work with them and with Arthel, and I was using the iPad Pro. I did all the text and no, I did all the text inside Photoshop, but I drew all the images in Procreate and just put them onto Photoshop and then arranged them the right way and sent them out, because they actually used Storyboard Pro out there, and I don't use that. I use TV Paint. But for the storyboards, they didn't really need me to do this. They just needed it in a Photoshop doc. So instead of doing all that in Procreate and running to limited layer capacity, that's why I just switched to Photoshop to do that. Did all the drawings in my Procreate, put all the text and everything inside Photoshop, sent it out, named the layers, and did that, and it worked out really well. And then they liked it enough, and then yeah, we got to work on that project. I just got done working on the indie movie, and I did all the drawings for that on Procreate. The only thing I didn't do in Procreate for that was the animatics that I did in Blender, and then also the animatic that I did in TV Paint. And I could have drawn in TV Paint uh, inside of Blender, but I just didn't, because this, like, let's be honest, the Wacom is just such a big screen, and Procreate, your iPad is just so big, so that's why I didn't do that. But yeah, that's amazing. So the reason iPad gave the biggest return. Yes, actually, I can grab it for you. Yeah, this is my baby. This iPad gave me like, I think while I was in college, I used my tax return to buy this, and this iPad was like, $790. It cost me like, I think it's $700 plus Apple Pencil. But from that iPad, I've worked on so many different jobs. I've created so many different things. It got me into different jobs. So, and that's all Procreate. So whenever people ask me like, should people buy a Wacom if they're like trying to get into digital art or concept art, that's where I always say you can do all that stuff on the iPad, and it's portable, and you can charge it, and you can watch videos on it. You can do everything on the iPad. Um, just some softwares you just need a bigger screen, and that's where the Wacom comes in. TV Paint, Blender, like that's just where those softwares are king at. But other than that, for every other thing that's literally concept art, most actually concept artists that I've got to work with actually use the iPad, and then they draw on the iPad and do everything in there, and then they pop it back out and then put it into Photoshop and then do all their little cleanups there and make it pretty and ship it out to whoever they got to ship it out to. But yeah, I just did a long answer for no reason. But let me get to Mando and his helmet of justice. Alright. I think I'm gonna do this the way I think works. So this way. So Procreate's just, being able to hold down the pencil, get a straight line. YouTube is not receiving enough video to make this smooth streaming, such as viewers. Oh, so the video's dropping down. Alright, so this is actually not the... Alright, if the video is dropping, it's actually not my Mac Mini. Actually, the Mac Mini is ice cold, no fan is running. It's still amazingly silent. So if the stream is dropping in quality, that's coming from my internet, not from the Mac Mini. That's good to know. That was part of the whole test. Alright. So, actually, I think on that one, I'm just going to go ahead and log out because I want to test out that one feature in general. But, yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for all you guys who showed up. I appreciate it. I'm going to work on this. I'll post it on my Instagram or wherever. I'll make a video for YouTube. Who knows? But thank you guys for tuning in. Hang out with your nerdy friend is Bree, aka Nerdy. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting me do my test here. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And as always, people,